There, I think I started the stream. So there's a reason why I'm a little late today. I have an excuse finally, and that's because I started up my dishwasher kind of late in the day, and it you can really hear it whenever it's running. So I didn't want to do that. Anyways, welcome back. I'm like trying my hardest to not drink soda right now because I really want to, but every time I do, I have a hard time speaking. And we're finally away from the what would I say? I'm so like we're finally away from the Wingstop debacle. I don't know. I'm just trying to sound smart, but whenever I eat Wingstop, I get super thirsty, and it gets really hard for me to talk, and it's so much easier for me to talk right now. I have so much integrity in the streams. I don't know what that means, but thank you. So, good news. We set up the Xenoxine stuff yesterday, and I've been leaving it running nonstop. We also got our power network over here. Great amount of power, up to 400 million or something like that. And then I left it running overnight. We got 25 million of this stuff. Oh man, it's so good. So, and then, the next step is to try to craft the rocket, because I try to craft this stuff, right? Hang on. These lightweight plates, which need the alloy ingots, but this needed redox, so I had to set up all of this. And the Xenoxine needed a lot of power because just crafting it is 7.8 million, and then I wanted 4 of them, and so I wasn't going to have enough power, so I decided to do Mark III fusion, or Mark III Nakodal reactor, and then it was a whole rabbit hole when we finally got here. Every time I streamed, I was like, this is scuffed. Oh well. And that's okay. I still feel like that. Like, I'm scuffed, but like it's a work in progress. You just need to have a lot of practice. I know, finally, like, we have more than enough power. And the thing is, we are crafting a decent amount of this fuel, and I have space for 3 more of these reactors. So we have a lot of power, but I don't have a need to set up more of them right now. But once we do, I will need to set more up. But this is like 450 million or something like that. We saw that yesterday. It was so cool. So next steps is finally getting into the mothership. All right. So of course we do need to set up redox. But then I was looking at the recipes off camera, and I can show you here. We have an issue. Oh, we always have issues, right? So we can actually craft the rocket now. I just need to set up recipes for redox, right? Which isn't too bad. But we need more than just the rocket. That's the shuttle to get to the mothership, because we have to build the mothership, and it's a space station. We have to build it. And this man, it's somewhere. I forget where. Some recipe here. Yeah, I think it's the radiant reinforced neutronium plate. It's some recipe here. Oh, where was it? I could have sworn, but there was something that we needed that's right here. So the mothership navigation console. Somewhere in the recipes, you need these nanite clusters. I don't even know what needs them. Yeah, it's these nanite control modules. Yeah, these guys. Nanite clusters. And then I was looking at this, and I'm like, oh no. We need the nano forge, and I've been putting this off for a long time, and I can't. I have to build a thing. So we got another rabbit hole to deal with. All the names for the items are just sentences at this point. What the hell? Isn't that's just everything at them. It's just everything. But yeah, we have another rabbit hole to deal with. To even get to the mothership, we need Nanoforge. So yeah, we're going to have to do this. But we have it's a big thing because we have to study carbon nanites, and I haven't crafted that yet. And for us to do this, we need to scan crystal processor mainframes, which I don't have a recipe for this anymore because I don't use these circuits. Yes, Phoenix. GTNH summary, endless rabbit hiles. Got him. So we don't craft this anymore, so I'm just going to set up temporary recipes for this stuff. I don't think we make these either. I just need one so I can study. Yeah, no, I don't. I think that's it. And then crystal processor assemblies. No, we don't do those either. Because we don't use the crystal circuit line anymore. But yes, it is a lot of rabbit holes. But I'm all for it because it's just fun. And we do need the nanoforge, not just for the mothership, but it's very useful for the PCB factory. I don't know how to show you, but they do use the nanite stuff at some point. I think it's gold nanite. Yes, so at some point we can use this to make even cheaper circuits. So we're still going to need this. So we need to craft one of these guys. Yes. Not too bad, honestly. And then on the side, we can start working on radox. And one of the things I need to improve is this setup over here. Because it's not 100% reliable. It has a lot of chainsaws here for some reason it's not supposed to. I got to do something about this because this also isn't enough Barnard wood. So to get radox, one of these things, I have no idea which one it is. Raw radox, yeah. You need Barnard C wood. And we don't have any because our coke oven stuff or nitrobenzene factory just eats all of it. So I need to make more tree growth simulators. And I think I'm going to commit to a 2x2 like I should be doing for everything. I realized why I can't do GTNH, and now that I realized it, I understand everyone better, and that's why GTNH is the reason to enlightenment. It's true. It's if you can get past the very first hurdle, which is not falling for the stigma that it's a grindy pack. If you can get past that hurdle, then it's not a bad pack. It's a fun pack. And I'm going to say something that's probably going to cause enemies, but if you say it's a hard pack because it's grindy, that's because you're not playing it right. There is always something to do to make it easy for you. For example, instead of me just relying on a single machine to do all of my wood crafting, I'm going to make more machines. Always something you can do. But packs like this, it's only as challenging as you make it. As long as you're having fun, that's what matters. So I gotta deal with this. I'm not gonna move it because I feel like I'm just gonna break everything. So let's make tree growth simulators. I have one. Let's make 3 of them because I want 4 in total. No, don't make me look for this. Yeah, hang on. Terra infused stone, earth shard. Is there a bee I can do for this? Hang on, I need to get more of this stuff. There is. But how much am I willing to do this? Oh, I think we have everything. Water? That's not the right kind of water, princess. Because this is the one that gives infused aqua combs, right? And then fire. Don't have that. Why do you even need... Oh, it's for the Arcanite, right? Yeah. It's for you. You're so annoying. I think this gives me a reason so that I can make fun of people who like GTNH now without feeling guilty. Because we're patient people. You're just saying that you're not patient. Jeez, the neighbor, I don't know if you hear it. He's so loud. I might be able to get the small dusts from somewhere. Yeah, this stuff. Stony propolis solum. What is that? Maybe? Okay, this seems a lot. This one's easier. We'll do this. Okay. Your neighbor is now part of the lore. He is. Like, this dude is so loud. Like, unreasonably loud. Is he a friend of the lawnmower? He probably is a lawnmower. But yeah, I don't know how this guy can be so loud. And I respect it, but he's just so loud. You just dropped something. You probably heard that. Okay, let me make sure these are pure bees. Charmed, enchanted, and then see if you belong in a Mutatron. Yes. You're pristine, yes you are. Alright. Turn on the speed demon. There you go. And then there you go. So now we have this bee. Okay. I got a bunch of these now. The next up is our supernatural and ethereal. Are you also purebred? Yes, you are. And Mutatron. I'm just checking because sometimes they have multiple paths. For example, this has multiple paths: supernatural and ethereal. It can craft either the fiery, the earthen, the windy, or the watery. So I don't want to put it in there because it's going to craft. So how can I guarantee earthen? Requires bricks as a foundation. So that's what I'll do. I'll have to breed it manually. You might need to move. I want to, but I was actually already like in the house hunting mentality, trying to find a new space to live because I just want my own space. But the what pretty much stopped me is I'm trying to get I'm trying to clear my debt before I can buy a house. And I'm trying to go the duplex route as well to make money off of that. So that's really what I'm trying to do. Hey, Viking. Oh, I killed the bee. Viking, I'm blaming you. I don't get it. It's not supposed to kill the bee because it's a pristine. Oh, that was the only supernatural we had. Oh, I gotta do it again. Fine. Other than you breaking my stuff, we're just talking about like how my neighbor is super rowdy, and it's like one of the reasons why I'm trying to find my own place. But we're trying to craft tree growth simulators to get more wood, and I'm going down the route of bee breeding so I can get these terracombs, which give me earth shards at some point, or this dust, which I can turn into small piles of crystal powder, is what I'm trying to do. And that's part of the part of the old lore of the Burning Lake multiverse, I guess what you can call it. I just spilled water all over myself. Oh man. But one of the old lore is that like on Friday, like Friday morning, well, back then at least, I don't really hear them anymore, but there's dudes that cut the, like landscapers that cut the grass on Friday mornings. I used to stream on Friday mornings on New Year's, and every time the guy would show up, or I would blame him for my internet cutting out because it was, I don't know why it kept cutting out, but it did. I could have sworn it had cultivated. Oh, you know what? I bet you I still have Supernatural. Yeah, I do. It's just not Princess. I was searching for Princess. No, we still have them. So I'm going to make a good Princess here. Because I need more of these bees. Oblivion? Oblivion is... I think Oblivion is one of the pure bees directly from the whatever. Okay. So throw you there. Throw you there. Thank you. And then try to make a Supernatural Princess. Preferably a purebred. You're not purebred. What do you mean, oh my god, what'd I do? Purebred, that's all I care about. Everyone else go away. Okay. So, supernatural and ethereal. I just need you to be purebred. Yes, okay. And then combine supernatural with ethereal. What if Viking is my neighbor? I don't know. I don't think so. Crazy hours otherwise would say otherwise. Okay. And then we have to give this the... How much blood do I have in my network? 5,000. That's enough for one try. So I need my frames of frenzy. And then make sure that there is bricks down here. Yes, there is. So that way I can breed the Earthen Queen, which requires bricks as a foundation. Then turn off the speed so that it doesn't, destroy my network. I don't know. So supernatural and ethereal. There you go. Now I'm just going to turn it on. There we go. And we have our Earthen. And then to get solemn, this is, we throw them here. Which, because you're pristine, I'm just going to, well, can I just use this?
How big is Rubber Band Bro now?
What do you give me? You give me clay. How big is a rubber band bro now? It's like that. Give me a second. Let me change shirt because it's in a very weird spot, that water stain. So give me a second. You're a weird thing to say. By the way, I'm not going to have the mic on whenever I do the ball because it's a little too loud. Okay. Her Van Bro is getting bigger than the head. Like if you said my full username IRL, that's like the weirdest random phrase. What, like when I say Phoenix Fire Pop, ew. Yeah, that's pretty weird. Okay, so I do need to turn this into the Solemn? No idea, but I need to turn that into the Solemn Queen. And it's a good way to do this. Mutatron. I'm just going to put it directly in there. I don't care. There we go. And then hopefully you don't get killed. Okay, it didn't. Good. Honestly, that's it. That's all I need to do, right? Because it doesn't look like I can breed this anymore. No, that's like the best bee in its line. So I'm just going to put it in here now. So now we have this guy. Okay. And then that and that. I can process this. We get extra clay. Oh, by the way, guys, after like 800 hours, yeah, after like 800 hours, I have finally automated clay. Yeah, it's so good. And there we go. And then the stony propolis is another centrifuge, and I just need to set up a drive or a cell for this. Okay. Thank you. We'll go set up the filters over here. So you get the earth infused dust. And then I have to tell the void cell to delete excess. And then I have to tell this storage bus to store it. And then I put the cell in our drives. Right there. Turn that off. I don't need you anymore. And I can put this back. Okay. So then I need to tell this guy to centrifuge the propolis. And then now we have a source of earth-infused dust. After a little bit of time, right? There you go. And then I would set up recipes to turn that into Terra crystal powder. So I would just do this. It has to be a regular pattern terminal. And then the small pile into the normal pile. Put that into the molecular assemblers. And now I should be able to craft 3 of you. There we go. Nice. So I don't know. Like, I don't know what to do about this setup here. I really don't. And honestly, I'm thinking of removing the output bus, the ME output bus, because it's storing too many items. And it's not supposed to. At some point, it's going to clog because of the number of chainsaws in there. And I don't want it to do that. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of filtering and something, but I'll figure it out at the other setup. But it's probably going to be very simple. Okay, but to actually set these guys up, I'm going to like go a little overkill. And I'm also going to upgrade our machines, because usually whenever I set up anything, it's I use ZPM energy hatches, and I think from now on I'm just gonna use UV. So we're gonna have 4 of those growth simulators. So I need 4 UV energy hatches. It's kind of expensive, but that's okay. Okay. So we do have the crystal processor assembly, and this is what it's used to research the carbon nanites. So I need a data stick. Research computers over here. Then change its mode. And there we go. Thank you. So now I can craft carbon nanites. Right there. So I'm going to need a bunch of these before I can craft them in the nanoforge, because the nanoforge that itself needs like 16 of them, and I need to have a couple extra to actually make it work. It's a little pricey, so I'm gonna set up a recipe for this. And I don't know I should craft them in groups of 8. Yes. I'm going to craft them in groups of 8 because I can, and put them over here. Right there. So if I try to craft 1, I can, but oh man, this path's expensive. I mean, it's doable, but it's a little pricey. And also, I need to turn on the streamer switch. My base is not being responsive. Okay. So what else can we work on in the meantime? So I already have a space for the tree growth simulators. I should also craft the supporting blocks. So styrofoam casings, let's craft probably 20 more. They're not too bad, yeah. Let's hope I don't drop my water again. The what? What about the other reactors? I have space for 3 more of them right here, but I'm not going to set this up yet until we need to. Trying to craft tree growth simulators right now. We got the casings, that's completely okay. We got the tree growth simulators being worked on. You said what you can do in your waiting time, XD. Because then I have to craft them also. And they're pretty pricey. I mean, they're not pricey, but they take a while to craft. But what I might be able to do is start taking a look at the alloy blast smelter, because yeah, this man is slow. He's pretty slow. And at some point I gotta upgrade it, but oh, you know what? You're also gonna get stuck because I took off the circuit for this guy. Yeah, circuit or bio circuit 20. I heard that in 2.8 they're gonna get rid of these circuits, and that sounds pretty cool. I don't have to worry about that anymore because there's too many of you guys. Hello, Allie. Why? Wait. Why do you need? Why are you giving me 1,024 empty maps versus 4 fuel generators? I hope you guys, if you ever come back, don't choose the empty maps. What are you doing? That's funny. Look at all these quests I haven't claimed. I already chose the empty maps. Hey, just for that, I'm not gonna claim those quests either. Make you more mad. The energy hatches are done. Let's craft some. Well, hang on. Yeah, let's craft some. I'm gonna craft a batch of 2. Oh, never mind. We're still out of Nequadria. No, we're not. Okay, cool. I upgraded the system yesterday to just make more of this, and we have 137,000. And we have plenty of Nequadria oxide dust left. And that all happened because I put those guys over here. Yeah. Sweet. And you can blame me for having to make an extra Stargate. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I gotta look at the rules, but I think I have to craft 3. Or at least 2. I don't even know anymore. It's probably gonna end up being 3. It's okay. That's done. Waiting on that to craft, and we have the energy hatches ready. Let's take my maintenance hatches out. The energy hatches over here. I'm gonna craft 1 batch of carbon nanites. Well, tell you what, I'm gonna reduce the recipes because that's pretty soon we won't need to craft that many. So the recipe crafts 2 at a time, right? So I can put that in the up to your ass line if it's just gonna craft 1 at a time. And there's no space in here, of course not. So you know what? Yeah, you're gonna stay right there. You're not a very slow recipe either, so go for it. Just craft 1 batch of you. It's these bioprocessing units. You know what? That's like one of my bigger bottlenecks. So I'm very tempted to just like move this over there and pump it with tons of power. So I can craft these guys faster because this is like the bulk of our waiting time are these bioprocessing units. Anything that goes in here, we're crafting in bulk. I can definitely upgrade this. Yeah, we'll do it. Let's make another one. And I'm trying to not like break down old setups because I feel like I'm gonna ruin everything if I do that. So I'm just gonna craft new stuff. There we go. And we'll figure out what power we give it right now. Probably like a 64 amp. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. This guy can't really move because you can't give it the multi-amp hatches. It only works with regular ones. But I whenever I do move it to like give it UEV energy hatches, I'm gonna move it over there. Because at that point it's gonna be a lot more power. Yes, I'm gonna build them vertically. You can't stop me. Oh, I'm gonna have to set this up again, right? I mean, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. We'll get it. Yeah, we'll get it. I'll do this later. I'm not really worried about it. So this guy is just waiting for those bioprocessing units, which does take a while. 64 amp dynamo hatch, and that's how you get the 4 amps, right? Yeah. Have you ever heard of an omnicord? Probably. Why? No clue what I'm not. No clue what I'm not stopping you from doing. But what are you saying? I'm having trouble understanding that. But I feel like I can just log in and take some wire cutters to stop you. Oh, you absolutely could. I'll give you some ideas of where you can do this. So right here, that's an explosion waiting to happen. There's probably a ton over here. Right here's an explosion waiting to happen. Right there as well. You just need a soft mallet that explodes. Any transformer, you just throw a soft mallet on there. But we're talking about wire cutters, right? So where else? Just a couple wires over there and you'll blow it up. Yeah, there's a lot of hazards in this room. Yeah, right here as well. One right click is rest in peace base. Bunch of spots. Yeah, it's very dangerous out here. Just that's why wire cutters are not allowed. I had unmuted to you can't stop me. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Is a cool instrument that's been popping up on my FYP? Is that for you page? Something like that. But no, I've never heard of the omnicord. What's that? I'm gonna Google it. What the heck is that? It's like a whole thing. This man is $1,000. No. I can't do it. Hurry up, you're slow. Oh man. No, once I get my own house and I have like disposable income and I'm not paying debt anymore, oh man. I'm gonna be getting so much fun stuff for the stream. I'm saying like the next arc is going to be Burning gets his own house. Oh man. So much stuff is gonna happen then. But I got a little bit until we get there. You got debt to pay off. Hurry up. It's all these, I'm telling you, it's the bioprocessing units. In this economy, what do you mean? I would never understand when people say, "Oh, in this economy, just like why are you gonna wait? Just do if you want to do something, do it now." Because the amount of time the amount of time you spend worrying on that, it's not worth it. Like you okay, it's like if I wait 4 years to buy a house when I could now, like I don't see it. I mean, it all depends on like it depends on financial situations, right? Like if you're struggling and then you want to get a house, then don't do it, right? But if you're not struggling, then by all means go for it. If it makes financial sense right now, then why not? Whether or not it's like a better outcome later, that's not in your control. That's just what I think about it. So I'm not gonna get a house yet. I gotta pay off my stuff first. That's my plan. I don't know. I can't say like financial advice because I don't know anything. A 2% change in Fed interest could make your house twice the price you pay 4 years ahead of time. Regardless, I'm gonna be paying the house like forever. So does that really two double the forever time is still forever, so it's not gonna hurt me. I'm not gonna buy a house yet. I gotta pay my stuff first. Uh, I can probably pay off all my stuff like at minimum 2 years. We'll see what we do there. But for me, Phoenix, it's not just like a financial thing, right? It's a quality of life improvement that I need. So it's like all of this stressing about like, oh, I'm gonna end up paying extra money. Like the thing is, I'm trying to get out of here, and whether or not that's like actually worth it, it's for double the mortgage. I don't know. I'm just a dude that plays Minecraft in the end, right? We're all trying to figure this out. Hey, Jericho. Sriracha, where'd you even get that from? Oh, by the way, I have sriracha sauce in my fridge, man. I'm gonna eat some fish or tilapia and Normandy blend tomorrow for lunch, and it's got a ton of sriracha in it. Hell yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I was talking about that earlier, Jericho. Like, I was considering like maybe it's time to get the mega alloy blast melter because yeah, we still have the one dude that does everything. But I'm not really hurting on alloy blast melter right now. But we do have the new area, right? So maybe that justifies making one and just giving it a dumb amount of power. I'm just waiting for my tree growth simulators, and then I can actually continue. We might as well spam, or not spam, start some recipes, right? So I was kind of thinking about it. How am I going to deal with the redox polymer? Is this something that's going to be passived? Or craft? I think craftable is probably the best bet, honestly. And then all of the byproducts get condensed down or something, right? But yeah, like over here, it needs redox gas, which is cracked. And something like this convinces me to passive it. But no, I think it's best to like not level maintain it, but set it up to be cracked and crafted. Let me drink some water here. Not right now. It's so funny when we see burning 2 episodes from now. There's so much things that I just don't know about this pack. I'm gonna be missing things. What the heck? Nah. How do I produce osmium? It's we level maintain it. So I have it crafting anytime it goes less than 65,000. It'll craft a batch of 64. That's pretty much it. So we level maintain this stuff. I probably have so much platinum concentrate in their storage that, oh yeah. Yeah, because of this, I don't really deal with it. It's not passive, so it just piles up, and now we have 3.3 billion of this stuff. I don't know what to do about it, but maybe I'll deal with it later. I don't know. All right, finally the tree growth simulators are done. Thank you. I was kind of just stalling until they finished. We'll put them right over here. Mm-hmm. Did I not make enough of those casings? Guess not. Oh, look at that. We're out of spruce wood. Of course you are. Oh, we're not using this. Hang on. All right, I'm going to have to change this recipe to use Barnardo wood. Oops. Circuit 2. When did that happen? I mean, it's been a thing for like forever, I think. Ever since we started playing GTH, it's been a thing. It's just that we've never actually used it correctly. And I've only just now learned how to use it the right way. And also it's because the wireless terminal that I have, it's in my ring slot, this guy. It's actually designed to work with it so that if the stuff is in storage, it'll pull from it. So I'm not able to do anything because I have none left. But if I were to put this back in storage, like we have one, it puts it. So that's what's pretty cool. Okay, we still have to wait for that, so I'll just continue while we wait for the casings to finish up. So we're gonna have 4 UV tiered growth thingies. And right there. It is super useful, yes. And the cool thing about wall shared multi-blocks is that they even share the maintenance hatch, so I don't have to spend that much. I was about to say money, but I don't have to spend that much resources on more maintenance hatches because those guys are expensive. And then you do need a muffler, right? Yes, you do. Thingies is such a scientific word. Oh, yeah. You know that I'm a college graduate when I say stuff like thingies. I say that stuff at work all the time also. And I'm not gonna be ashamed about it. Okay, I think this guy doesn't really need that much input output, right? No, it doesn't have any input output to the network. All of that stuff is somewhere else, so I won't do that. So I think all of the I/O is going to be on the bottom. I'm going to give this a ULV input bus. In the very middle. Now, I don't know if it can share the chainsaw. I don't know if it will, so I'm curious about it. We'll try it out. Why are you so slow? Oh, I think it's stuck. No, this man got stuck. Why'd you get stuck? Circuit 2. Oh, you want to know why? Because it doesn't accept Barnardo wood. That's why. Alright. Alright, fine. Okay, so I had to give it some kind of plank. I mean, you have spruce wood plank. I mean, I only need a couple. I can hear you. There we go. Okay. You're crafting now, right? No? Why are you broken? By the way, you roughly know where I am at GTNH, right? So would you recommend I still go for an Act 1 and 2? I would. We're a little bit about the same space, I think. I would go for 2. But if you can do 3, go for it. 3 is so much better. But there's a lot of processing involved to get there. Like, do you have the electric implosion compressor, for example? This guy's very much needed. And a lot of like constant processing. I would probably go for 2 for now. Because even just the 2 is really good. This guy's not working, and I don't know why. Oh, it's 8. Ah, fine. Gotta fix the recipe again. There we go. Am I sure that I can't use Barnardo wood? No, it doesn't look like it. That's a shame. I mean, I do have 65,000 spruce wood for whatever reason, so we do have the wood. I'm just lazy. There we go. Now you're gonna craft, right? Oh, that's trying to craft. Ah, oh, come on. It's still doing the old recipe because it never canceled it. Oh, this guy's so dumb. He's so annoying. Completely my fault, though, because I'm not really paying attention to this. Oh, yeah, you're getting a lot of that. Still in there. Get out of there. Okay, I think it fixed itself. How about now? I just need to craft 20 of these, and that would help me out so much. Yes, thank you. As I see, if you just help me out here, things would go by so much easier. But anyways, I should be able to craft the rest of those guys now. Multi-podcast completed. Okay. So I'm gonna need a bunch of these saplings. And I think I only have 1. Do I really only have 1? I guess so. So we are going to warp Barnarda C. Yes, I need a couple of those saplings. Okay. It gets so loud over here, and I don't know why. Relax. Like, I have no idea why the audio gets super loud here. And then when I go back home, it's like super quiet. It's so weird. Okay, anyways, we have the saplings. And then let's try to figure out a little system to do this. So you just got to put these guys in there. Okay. And then I guess I'll just start disassembling this. Yeah. I need a baby chest. I'm going to take this with that. Thank you. And then I would like the MFSU. Oh, you turned into the bat box. I forgot. You're... Alright, craft another one. They're not too bad. Okay. So I would put one right there. Right there, right? And then let's worry about powering them. I just need to make sure that they all share that chainsaw. So I need the HSS cable. We're using the Thicc cable to move power around here. So these are UV powered. This is UHV. So get a couple of transformers so I don't go blowing up my base. Right there. 2, 3, and 4. Get my wire cutters out. And healing to rest is our love ever low. That you on the shores of compassion. You seem to take promise to all of this. Okay. Where's your outputs gonna go? Good question. So you're going to get a normal output. Well, hang on. This is where it got weird. Because the amount of items they output, there's a whole ton of them. And I tried to solve that with ME output bus. But then we had this situation where the chainsaws just kept getting stuck. And I don't like that. So I think what I would like to have to happen, so I'm curious about this, is to have like a little signal in the MFSU so that it stops pushing, like it stops trying to craft chainsaws when there's stuff in there. So I just need to make sure that a comparator reads off of this. I guess I'll just put it down there and then give it a chainsaw. I can't give it a chainsaw. Extract them with like 10% energy remaining. How do I do that? That seems like... Oh, okay, there it is, there it is. Hang on. Okay, I didn't even notice this. So you can, there is redstone stuff. So redstone behavior does nothing. So, hang on, I gotta turn off my JEI, or NEI. Emit if partially filled. Trying to think here. So if I maybe grab a chainsaw here. Okay, so if I try to grab you and then put you there. So let's get a comparator here. I would like a vanilla comparator. Oh, I forget that this terminal doesn't like that. Hang on. All right, I'm just gonna craft it over there. I like vanilla comparators because they don't really, like these, the Project Red ones kind of don't work sometimes. Well, I'm just gonna craft it, honestly. Yeah, fine. That was something I saw in Compact Claustrophobia. Maybe it's actually fixed here. Hurry up. Okay. Oops. We're going to figure this out. All right. So if I have that. Well, actually, does it just output like whatever? Like, do I need to even connect the comparator to it? Emit if partially filled or empty. Yeah, see, it doesn't update itself. That's why I don't like Project Red and integrations. You have to update the block itself. So if I connect something to it, or maybe like break it and replace it, I don't know, but it doesn't do anything. And I bet if I use a regular comparator, it might, but it just straight up outputs the power is what I'm looking for. So I don't need this at all. I don't need a comparator. So what I want is if it is partially filled or empty. No, I just want to know if there's something in there. Tell you what, I have an idea. So I think I know what to do. We're still going to use a comparator. Or not even a comparator, what do I call it? Let's try this. Let's use an output bus. I think I need to start making the big output buses, something with a ton of slots, so that I don't really deal with this. Or I'll stick with ME output bus. Oh, we'll stick with this and have like a chest or something. So what's a good something? It's like a buffer, right? If I look at this, I'm a little scared about this one. Sort stacks, emit redstone if no slot is free. Oh, it automatically outputs. Okay, never mind. I'm not going to use this. We're going to use a regular chest. Or how are the super output, the super buses? How expensive are these guys? I mean, they're not that cheap. I'm thinking. Let's try this one because we already have one. Is there a way to like make it not output? How do I make it not output anything? There's an item I'm looking for. Chest buffers up to use screwdriver to regulate item stack size. There's something I'm looking for. I basically need a Gregtech storage that also accepts covers to make this easier. So ultra low voltage, super buffers, that's just a ton of items. So what happens if I use a screwdriver here? No? Use screwdriver to regulate output stack size. This thing ain't doing anything. All right, fine. We're doing it the long way. We're using a regular chest. So, what I intend to do, we're still going to use the ME output bus. And I'm going to need 2 of these guys. And we're going to give them 64K drives. Okay. So, I want you to share between you two, like right here. There and there. And then you get one of you and you get one of you. There we go. So the idea here is I want them to, this is all going to be a subnet as well. So I got to recolor this so I know that it's a subnet. So let's go ahead and choose a different color. Light blue is usually what I use to make, like, denote a subnet. Burning thinks. Yes. We're going to figure this out. So there's two things I want this to go to. I want this to go to a super chest. And we already have one over there. I'm just going to borrow the one or steal the one that we have in the old setup right here. I'll pretty much just steal everything here, actually. There we go. And then I want this to be in two spots. So this guy is what stores the Barnarder wood. And then the regular chest is what stores not Barnarder wood. And I need to eat a Terrawort because of how super chests works. So this guy, give you that, and an inverter card, so you don't put Barnard wood in there, but you do over here. So whenever this produces Barnard wood, it'll go accordingly. I still have to plug it into power, which I'll do it right now, actually. And then let's try this, actually. Quartz fiber right there. Okay, so now that all of that is plugged in, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So whenever this actually produces wood, which I can do right now, all right? So all of the wood should show up here, and then none of the wood should show up over here. And this is pretty much telling me that there is nothing in there. So, and that is expected. So let me get like a block of cubit. And then we want a mini chest. Or a baby chest, right? I have one in my inventory. So, boop, we put it right there. And then give this a chainsaw. And then export into there. I'm not going to set it up next. Any idea why the dual interface won't import the crafting ingredients into the subnet? How does your setup look like? Is it going into another interface? Is there blocking shenanigans you got going on, and is there actual space in your subnet? It needs to have space. 2 storage buses, fluid, and item. There might not be enough space to do everything. You got any filtering? If nothing else, I'm just going to call it a skill issue because I don't know. Can probably use a conduit over here. CPM super bus. counted the stacks. What are you crafting? Maybe that's what's next. Indalloy. I'm assuming this recipe over here. Weren't you just saying that you're like what do the kids say nowadays? Glazing? Weren't you glazing the what do you call it? The Mega Blast whatever? Yes. Thank you. I don't know. It's kind of tricky to solve without seeing it. So yeah, you're welcome to share a picture here if you want. Let me take a quick detour because I would like to get the. Oh, that's such a weird graphic, but I would like to craft the. No shush. Only I decide when you have no computation, but I'd like to craft the nanoforge while we're doing all this stuff. So I'm trying to craft you. What kind of power? CPM. It's okay. All right, and then you. How much you want to bet that's a? No, it's Nakodal alloy plate dense. There we go. So put that in the compressor. And craft the nanoforge. And okay, we'll just leave that crafting while we work on all this stuff. Okay, so back to this. But yeah, if you're welcome to send a picture. I always work better with pictures. That's okay. You straight up just joined just to send a picture. That's funny. Okay. So I'm assuming only items, right? Oh man, this is a fun picture. I gotta admit. That's funny. Is that a crafting input bus? That might be your issue. If it's a crafting input bus. Just regular. Or is that an output? Oh, okay, that's an output bus. Never mind. I was looking at the input bus on the left. That's output, right? Okay, that's what you're talking about, the subnet. So really the only thing I can think about is nothing. I can't really think about it. That's weird. That's weird. Should work. What does the terminal say? Does the terminal like look at the items? Mm-hmm. Trying to think about this. I don't know. I mean, you have channels. It's lit up, and I'm assuming those are both interfaces. I'm so confused. So you're crafting indalloy, right? Which is just items. So it should go in there. I don't know. I really don't know. Four, 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, you have the channels for it. It's on. Everything's on. And then you have the fluids. You have that. Storage buses just fine. Then you have interface meeting with each other. Did you try crafting things before and ended up not working? Because there might be something inside the interfaces. I've seen this happen before. So maybe try breaking the interfaces. That's usually the answer, believe it or not. Even at work, you know, a very common answer is to just nuke it, start from scratch. So maybe what's happening, I've seen another streamer experience this as well. I think it was Geronimo, where his stuff just wasn't like doing anything. So there were items in there, so it got stuck. So it's not, if the items got stuck for whatever reason, they're not going to let anything else in. At least that's my understanding. So, no, I really don't know. It should be fine. What happened? The input bus was facing the wrong. Oh, that's funny. It's really hard to tell from the image, but I guess so. I always thought that the input bus would like work no matter where you put it, but that's not always the case, right? So I'm curious about this. What kind of power can I give this? Like, is it gonna explode if I give it UHV power? Oh, I want to find out. Does anybody know how this works? Does it explode if I give it UHV power? You can try. I could. Tell you what. I'm gonna give it a coil. We'll play test it over here. So if I, well, it doesn't really work. I need a transformer. So let's see if it works with CPM power. So I would just need a, not that, this one. No. Well, first of all, let's give it, I guess, LUV power, right? Yeah. So input, no, I put it wrong. It has to face up like that. So input CPM. So it's going to accept LUV power, even though I thought that it would do only EV. No, it works. I guess it just accepts anything, but it only outputs 2048. Am I gonna do it? Am I gonna risk it? Let's try giving it UV power. If it works with UV power, then I imagine it works with anything else. Yeah, let me break this. So if I give it a transformer here, so a step up, then step up, face down, and then give it a coil. No, it works. Okay. So I guess it doesn't care what kind of power it receives. It'll only output a certain amount of power. I don't know what that dot means, but you know what? It's fine. It looks like it works. Where am I? Over here. Just watch this like fail spectacularly and I blow up my entire base. Oh no, I broke it. I broke it without the wrench again. It's like the 8th one I've crafted, honestly. It's because they turn into bat boxes if you don't break them correctly. So I'm going to put it like right here, charge it with UHV power for no reason, and then we'll do all the input output right there. But I need a way to actually read signals off of this. And this is why I kind of wanted the buffer or some kind of bus. Hang on. Let's try to figure this out. It doesn't really have to be anything special, but something like this would probably work if I give it like a cable right there. So right there. Do I have to cover every single block? Or is it that, or is that the output? Yeah, okay. Okay, that is the output, it looks like. So I think it will work if I just give it this. I want to use this because of the cover. I can use covers on this. So if I give a block right there, it's not going to output anything. But if I do that, it openly does it. Okay. So I don't have to use this chest. I can use this guy instead. Then do that. Oh, let's make it face down, actually. Right there. Okay. So we give this a cover. I want this to have an item detector cover. And I pretty much want to prevent this from happening on this side over here. Because, yeah, look how much chainsaws there are in here. Because they get stuck and, you know, the system will pull from new chainsaws. It'll just pull for new ones, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to fix the thing so that it basically doesn't extract any more chainsaws until this spot is freed. Yeah, let's do that. So go ahead and do this. And then item threshold is 1. So if I were to give it like a block or tell this to extract without signal, check out my GTNH guide on Discord. Already got me. That was good. Oh, you and Allie are gonna be good friends, I think. Okay, I'm assuming it's able to move the signal across this block, so let's hope it does that. So the idea here, I'm going to let's use this chest as a tester sort of thing. So I want to put this into here. All right. So let's put another random item in here. Okay, and then it is able to export, but if I put an item into here, oh, hello. And never active. Oh no. Doesn't work correctly because there's somewhere for it to go. Hey, Allie. Jericho's sending pictures of their cat. All right, we'll just do that. Hang on, I gotta figure this out here. Power 1. Like, you do have power. So it's working. But I don't know if it actually gets the power over here. So I want this to be active without signal. So if I give it an item, this should not be working anymore. And should not be pushing anything. Hang on. No, it's still trying to push items into here, and I'm not trying to. So Honestly, it might even work with the red alloy wire. Yeah, it might just work with this. So you have power, and then if I give you this, there we go. Okay. So I don't want it to pull out extra chainsaws if we have some inside this. So anything that gets like output from our crafting is going to get put into here. And then it kind of just sits there. Or it's going to move into the MFSU. And then we put it back into the input bus over here. And then we're going to be replenishing chainsaws over time through here. Yeah, this is such a cursed setup, but it looks like it's going to work. And that's all I care about, really. And it's a little bit more control than what we had last time. So I'm assuming this doesn't explode because it didn't explode before. And I'm very scared. But I know you guys don't care about it. You want to see explosions either way. So, no? Okay, I think it's safe. Okay, here's the question. Does it, like, blow up new chainsaw? I don't know. I don't actually know. But the idea here is I want this to extract chainsaws. Always active. Into here. Oh no, I broke it. Hang on. Give me a wrench. Right there. And I don't think it accepts it because it's not uncharged. So let me get like a chainsaw that has been through the ringer a little bit. So like this one. Charged instantly. We're gonna craft another one. These chainsaws are always like this. They're so tough to work with. Okay, so grab that one. There we go. Okay, it does go in here. So it gets charged and it doesn't explode even though it has UHV power going into it. And then I want this to go up here. So this also, I want this to be extract on that so that it goes into here just fine. And then I can push those into this guy. And I can't put that down there because that wire's in the way. So it's going to look even more cursed. Like that. So I want to extract here brown. Up there. Just like that. Now, whether or not this is going to work, I have no idea. One way to find out. So I want this to craft the fuzzy card, crafting card, and then give you one of those. Use stocked items or craft items while exporting. Okay, and we'll go ahead and delete these guys because we have so many chainsaws. I don't care about them. I feel like it's gonna break. So this is one thing. If a fully charged chainsaw goes into here for whatever reason, it's gonna get stuck. So I might be able to extract up here and give this a color brown so that it also tries to put anything, like any chainsaw. And if it doesn't work in here, then it's okay. Right? Because it can't go down here. And it can go into here. I guess we'll see over time, but we're going to try this for a little bit. Main reason why I'm doing that is because I want to salvage the ton of chainsaws that I have in here. And this is what I mean. Yeah, this guy's a lot of chainsaws. So This has cables. And let me give it a cable right here. And then a chest. And a storage bus. Right there. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. Hang on, I gotta turn you off. Okay. How much? You have 523,000 wood in there. Hang on, that's a lot of wood. I can do this. Hang on, let's get the. I don't even know where it goes. You know what? I know what to do. Use one of those compressed chests because I have a ton of these. Okay. Oh no. Oh, it's a lot of wood. That wasn't even that didn't even make a dent. Stop it. Hang on. I think I can do this. There's so much wood in there. Don't put Barnardo wood in here. Okay. Trying to fix this and it's just making things worse. Oh, it's gonna get stuck because it tries to put all of that, right? Of course you do. You know what? I don't care. You're just gonna lose all your stuff. You know what? I'm walking away from it. You know, I just voided like 500,000 wood. I don't care. It's frustrating me a little bit. Okay, so this guy has this, right? And why aren't you going to the bottom? Do I have to turn it around? Redstone behavior. Do nothing. I want this to be do nothing. I might have to angle this so that it faces on the output. No idea. Okay, at least I know that this is not going in there, so that's correct. So I'm going to take these guys out so that this one goes into here. And I want this to extract brown. Oh, that's because there's something in there. That makes sense. Okay, and then I'm just going to turn this on for a little bit. Oh, it has been running. I didn't notice. Okay, so now we're getting quadruple the amount of wood. Yes, and then give this a storage bus. Down there. And then connect that to main net. There we go. Filter this to Barnardo wood. And there we go. Now we have a place for Barnardo wood. Now I'm curious if we can actually support this. I'm going to dump my entire inventory because I got so much junk on me. But I'm mostly curious about this. I feel like this is going to work. I guess we'll see over time. But yes, I confirmed. Actually, are we actually crafting one? Yes, we are. Okay. So, what do you mean you can't craft stainless steel? Did it get stuck or something? Oh, it's just crafting reinforced glass. Okay, but confirmed that when there's stuff in the system, that it's not going to be pushing more chainsaws than it needs, because it doesn't need them. Yeah, it doesn't need that many chainsaws. It only needs like a couple, right? Yeah, so this guy's just going to stay there forever. The system, the ME system is not going to request anymore. It'll get put into here, attempt to charge. And then once it's completed, it'll go into here. And then whenever this is completed, it'll go into this buffer. And if there's anything in here that doesn't fit into here, then they'll just try to go back into here. But anything in there is going to prevent this from extracting. Sure. At least I hope that's what it does. Yeah, a lot of my little automations, this is cursed, but it works. I'm going to walk away for now. I don't even know if you need a muffler hatch. But we have plenty of Barnarder wood. So I just need to make enough so that our dimethyl benzene farm doesn't eat all of it. So it's like this. Yeah, I just need to have enough wood so that this doesn't eat all of it. It's actually a dual setup, by the way. As long as it doesn't, then we're okay. And I can use this to craft the Radox. Oh, no wonder you're taking forever. You're making 4.2 million reinforced glass. Oh, no. All right, well, we can't craft the nanoforge yet because, I mean, we can craft it, but the amount of time it needs to actually do that is hilarious. And it's because of the amount of CPM fuel generators you need. I think you're going to try to craft a stack, right? That's what's happening. You're trying to craft a stack of this. And, oh man, that's expensive. You're getting canceled. I'm going to have to upgrade the component ass line. Lanthanum. 1.8 million. I don't know why. I think I'm mining it from somewhere. Yeah, I'm mining it from here. Just barely. Oh, that's funny. Okay, what's next? Yeah, we can't craft nanoforge yet. I think what's next is upgrading our component ass line because it's becoming an issue. But before I do that, I do want to get into Radox. So let's get into Radox. The end goal is to get Radox polymer. No? I guess that's something else. Okay, I'm looking for molten Radox polymer. This is what I want. So I think I'm just going to set up recipes to do this. Isn't Radox very osmium heavy? Yes, because at some point, that's a lot of cracking. It's like a part of me wants to automate this or passive it. I don't know. Diluted xenoxine. Guess it's just more of that xenoxine back. Yeah, it's because making xenoxine, it costs a lot of osmium. And this is something that we're like we have a ton of osmium. I'm not really worried about this. And the xenoxine will stop whenever it reaches 64 million. So once we get there, we're not really going to worry about it. So whenever I craft this, I'm trying to think what's the best way to do this. Like, do I set up a passive process for this? Or do I have it set aside for xenoxine so that, because we do use this for optical circuits, which of course we are going to need. So I don't know if we store extra xenoxine or craft it so that we don't consume it all. I mean, this is like not that fast either. Trying to think here. Or maybe I craft enough so that it stops getting stocked somewhere. There's a lot of options to do this. Okay, bye, and have a good night. Thanks for joining. Take care. Okay, seeing this makes me want to passive it, so we're gonna passive the Radox polymer, I think. No, hey, I appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks for reminding me. I should probably post them. I'm like 3 videos behind or something. I gotta post them. That's probably why you're here, right? I got you. I'll post the rest. Man, we're on episode 237. That's wild. All right, okay, we have to do something about this. But I think I am going to passive this. But I'm only going to do the bare basics because, well, we got to think about this. Because I want enough so that we can process this, right? But I want this to be our bottleneck because I want the extra xenoxine for the optical circuits. So as long as the coke oven is our bottleneck, I think we're okay. So how fast is this consuming xenoxine? This is 125 every 18 seconds, right? If I multiply by 10, is 1250 liters of xenoxine every 180 seconds. And I'm using that number because that's how long it takes for us to craft about a batch of xenoxine per bacterial vat. So this guy is doing 84.9 per second, but we have 4 of them. So this is like what? Let's just say 80 per second times 4 is 360. Wait, yeah, 360, 320. Sorry, per second. And this guy is doing 125 divided by 18. 6.9 per second. Nice. So we're okay. Can you boost that to 20k per batch? I can, but that's gonna require me to do shenanigans over here to make it like accurate, and I can't be bothered. It seems to stabilize around 15,000, so that's okay. But either way, yeah, we can have this coke oven running nonstop, and it's bottlenecked. And that's all I care about, if it's bottlenecked. And then this guy can just run forever, and I don't care. So we'll do that. Just one coke oven for now. And then we can tweak it. You're a shenanigan. How dare you? But you're wasting osmium. It's, you know what, it's true, but you know, if I'm struggling on osmium at this point in the pack, that's on me. And it's definitely something I should fix, but I'm hoping that I can hold off until quantum force transforming. But no, you're right. I can definitely tweak this a little bit. So right now it tries to push 1,000 per second. So let's try something. Let's try adjusting this so that it is even less. So this recipe itself is 180 seconds, right? So if I can do something like the bare minimum seconds, 180. I mean, if I... Okay, so ideally it's going to have 20,000, right? So I'm just going to round down to 20,000. Divide that by 180 seconds. So I can make this do 111. Let's try that. I'm going to leave it running. I don't really know how to explain the math of why I'm doing it like this, but I'm going to leave it running and it should be a little more accurate so that we get, like, we squeeze out just a little bit more xenoxine. So right now we're getting about 15,720 because I think all that's happening is that we push out too much xenoxine. Yeah, we go below 32,000. It's supposed to be at 32,000 for it to work. But if we're like ever so close to 32,000, we get more. So I'm going to leave that running for a little bit and we'll come back if that actually did something. Yeah, we'll see. Mm-hmm. And we all know what's going to happen. I'm going to be over here saying, now we're okay with the osmium. And then a couple of days later, I'm going to be out of osmium. And then my whole base shuts down because we do use osmium somewhere for NAC fuel. So Jericho called it. We'll see. Uh-oh. What happened? That's never a good sign whenever someone says that. What do you mean you can't craft it? Oh, it's in my hands. What's going on? Structural coke up encasing. Check Discord. What did you do? What did you do? I'm sorry if that's really funny. Did you lose Did you lose much stuff? So I'm gonna end up giving this a UHV energy hatch because the math shows that it should be able to support. Actually, no, we'll give it a UV energy hatch. Just UV to start. And not just my entire base. I think this is the day Jericho decided to step away from nuclear fuels. That's rough, man. Do you have a do you at least have like a backup? Because it's like most of the time when small issues happen, I'll just eat the costs and recover, right? But something like that, something catastrophic like that, nah, I'm sorry, that's a backup. That's still really funny though, but it sucks still. If I destroy the base on a nuclear level, you just back up. Allie, if you can figure out how to destroy it on a nuclear level, I'd be really impressed. It's not easy. I mean, it kind of is, but I mean, it's not impossible, but like it's not that easy either. What do you mean? Okay, I think it's because you need some inputs, right? Yeah. So you're crafting, you just need a it's this again. Okay, so we're gonna probably go up from here. First recipe is xenoxine, which is this one. And I'm honestly just gonna avoid the items because I don't care about the ash that it produces. I mean, if you add cats to the world, that's completely okay. But yeah, I'm gonna avoid ashes because I don't care about that. We already have like a ton of ashes. So crafted an energy hatch that should be ready. Yes, and then we have stocking bus and stocking hatch. I'm kind of waiting for that. I'll wait for that a little longer. There, then you go there, and then you're going to be producing raw radox. And then give this a output bus. Nope, output hatch. And every time I have added cast, the server struggles. That's true. It's part of the lore for anyone else watching. Like the very first pack me and Allie played together was Project Ozone 3. And I have a picture somewhere in the Discord, but she spawned like 1,000,000 cats, and it was actually an absurd amount of cats. It was so funny. There were so many cats in there. It was ocelots, by the way, but I'm calling them cats. But there were so many cats in that world that they were causing collision to each other and also to you if you got close. Because, you know, Minecraft has a thing where there's too many entities in one spot. It just starts killing things off. So she had so much in there that it was just killing things. It was funny. That was good times. Honestly, Project Ozone, I like to look back on that. Why am I searching on Project Ozone? Get some good packs, good times. Need a batch of HSSS cables. I don't know how I feel about using thick cables like this, but it's like the only option I have because we're pushing a lot of amps through that transformer. Oh, too high. Did you do it on hot sauce? I think you did. I don't remember. I don't have a lot of the pictures from hot sauce. Because was that on this computer or my laptop? I don't remember. No, it was on this computer, but I don't know if I had any of the pictures. I have a real bad habit of deleting things, but I really shouldn't. Ice cream. I swear I'm not the devil, and I would think I am. I swear I'm not the devil. Is it in Apeiron too? Isn't that the server that disappeared? Do you still have? Is that server still alive? Oh, I think I remember that. Yeah, you had that underground base, right? You always build underground. That's so funny. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break. I gotta fill up my water, use the restroom, but we'll give the stocking input hatch time to craft, and I might as well craft a couple others because I'm gonna need them. So we'll just craft a little bit, and then take a quick break, and I'll be right back. Thank you. I'm just thinking about it now, and probably the last memory I'm gonna have of this mod pack is exactly this, being completely covered in poop. 6 times 9 is 63. You don't need a calculator. I know my math sometimes, so I need a stack of flint, in other words. It might help out if I have some here. I think I do. Oh, yes, a lot. Oh, look, I already had the flint. Okay. I need your time. I need to be free with you tonight. I need your Okay, enough. Fix it. I haven't heard those fart noises in a while because I haven't really grown much stuff. Alright, fine. I'll eat it. good at improv. One day. It takes a lot of practice, though.
Watch out!
We can't put that on the cart, right? Or we can put it in the
Where's
cart?
the cart?
It's right under
Where's the
you.
cart?
It's right under
Okay,
you.
let me know when to drop
The
it.
cards.
Drop it. You're good.
Okay.
That's not making it up here, bro. That's not gonna make it.
But there you have it. Hope that answers the question of what texture pack I'm using. I also included a link to the GTNH wiki that has more resource packs there for you to check out if you were interested. Like I mentioned earlier, I'd like for this to be a series where I answer some frequently asked questions. So if... Okay, hello. What do you mean nerd? Why'd you call me nerd in that server? Oh, is it because I said Appearon 2 server didn't exist anymore? So, I was referring to the one that Sniffity was hosting. Is that one still alive? You're still not crafted? Why are you taking so long? Oh, okay, they're trying to craft everything at once. Go for it. No, you nuked it? That's fair. You think we can ask in Discord, like, hey, can you fetch us the last time? Fetch us the last time anyone said anything on the server? That would be pretty cool. Which is why the second one has existed, the abandoned children, right? That's right. Okay, so we have connections now. Connect this to AE2. Rinse and repeat. You guys know the drill. Plugging in all of the connections. Some people might say that this is repetitive. To me, I do agree, but it's kind of relaxing. That's that's a big reason why I like packs like this. This stuff like this is kind of relaxing to me. It's sad to have more servers just begun. It's true. No, you're not. You're supposed to have Barnard of wood. Okay, confirmed we are producing more wood than we consume, so that's good. And then Xenoxine. There we go. Then turn on. And there we go. We're avoiding ashes because who cares? And raw Radox is being produced now. And let me turn this off because I actually need somewhere to put that just in case. So let's go ahead and start filtering things for raw Radox. Component ass line is freaking expensive. It's true. Is there no sell for this? You know what? Okay, if there's no sell for it, then we're just going to rely on distilling it. I blame burning for the second one being abandoned. Okay, so the second one is only abandoned because the streaming adventures happened. You know, we can't... I mean, it was kind of part of the rebrand. And I also didn't make... Like, I didn't make the Restless Club Discord. Phoenix did. So blame Phoenix for abandoning the other one. Alright. Am I wrong? Okay, so there's a part of me that wants to just make a mega distillation tower because I can. And I already have it crafted, so let's do it, right? I'm gonna do it. We're making a ridiculously large distillation tower because I'm gonna need it. And this is the main reason why we have like a lot of stainless steel casings just hanging out. And I might need to fix the recipes for everything. Yeah, I do. So we'll do. I'll fix the recipes here. So compressed run, or these guys, increase that to a stack. You're being made in the extruder. Extruder rod. I'm over here feeling like very confident in my, my abilities to make a functioning base, because now I'm just gonna be mass producing things in huge multi-blocks, like megas, because I can. You don't need a circuit, right? No. Oh, this guy's gonna annoy me. Shush. Okay, and then make 1,000 of you. Make a distillation better than the dango. Well, I think it's the same argument as saying using the Mega Blast Furnace versus Vulcanus. At some point, one is better than the other, yes. And honestly, no, dango might be better for us, right? So really the only thing I'm thinking about is... yeah, you know what? We'll make dango because it's just easier. Oh, wait, I don't have predict... Oh, no. Don't make me make another B. I'm probably going to have to, right? Okay, but I think the main argument for using dango over... or using mega versus dango is the number of parallels. Because dango doesn't have that many parallels. You can only do up to 12. But the mega can do 256, so at some point the mega becomes better. And I guess now that I think about it, we're only doing like one recipe at a time, so it's not really worth it to use a dango, or to use a mega. And also, I don't know if the dango can accept multi-amp energy hatches. Well, hang on. I think for that reason alone, I should probably make a mega, because the megas can support multi-amps. So I can give this like a really thick laser, and then just do really quick recipe. Yeah, I want to do that because I want this thing to be chunking out things. And plus, it's just fitting to be right next to these guys, right? Yeah, let's do it. This is going to be a very, very large multi-block. It doesn't even fit in the preview as how large this thing is. Oh, boy. I might even break the record of tallest multi-block. Maybe, I don't know, because those guys are pretty tall already. I'll do it. I don't care. It sounds fun, right? Like, we already have everything. It's not expensive either. That's really funny. It's super cheap. Because, it's not that hard to craft 4 stacks of EV circuits at this point. And then the rest of it is just stainless steel, which is like an HV material. Like, it's easy. I don't know if I missed it at the beginning of the stream, but any plans next week burning? So the community band does have a... Like we are going to be performing next week at a brew house on my birthday the same day. My birthday's next week, by the way. That's why she's asking. On Saturday. And that's pretty much it. I didn't really have any plans, so I saw that they were going to do the performance, and I thought I'd join. So I'm just going to do that. It'll be the first performance that I play with them. Be fun. I mostly play cymbals, but it's good fun. How wide is this thing? So this is a... Yes, I'm in an actual band. It's a community band. A bunch of people just join in. A bunch of musicians join in to play music. It's fun. Pretty fun. So most of the time we play German music. For now, because all of these festivals on this side, on this part of the year in Central Texas, a lot of them are German based. 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then what's the tallest that I can do? Circuit 10. Yeah, but other than that, I don't really have fun. Not sorry. I read your word as soon as I said that. your comment, so I said fun. I don't have any other plans. I was thinking about taking a trip to Enchanted Rock. Like I've been thinking about it for a while, but I'd like to do a trip like that. Oh, guys, massive! Look at that. Do it. Do it. Do it. I do have enough space, right? This thing is still building. It's still building. There you go. Oh, yeah. Is it the new tallest multi-block? It's not. Oh, the neutron activators have it beat. But he's still pretty large. He's pretty thick. Very large. Okay, so let's figure this out. Yeah, I think I want to use this from now on because of the fact that I can use multi-amp hatches and lasers as well. So I might even do that right now, actually. Just throw a laser hatch onto this guy. I do have fun. So where does the mega or the this thing work? So if I put the maintenance hatch as any casing, an output layer consists of 5 layers. I don't even know what that means, but I'm going to have to figure that out. I think I'm just going to set it up to like at max. So you need a maintenance hatch. Put you like right there. This is so funny. And it's totally isn't like I'm totally not crafting this. No, I totally am because I don't want to get perdition dust because I can't craft the dangote. Because I just don't want to make another bee right now, so I totally just made this guy for that. Okay, so we got to figure out where the outputs are. So all the other inputs are on the bottom, and then the output hatch. There's going to be like a ton of them, right? So 2 to 11 output hatches, 1 per output layer except bottom layer. So if I look up here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so every 5. And I think at this point, I'm going to start setting up recipes for better output hatches because I might as well. Right? Yeah, let's do that. So I guess we'll stick with these guys because the 4Ks are pretty cheap. So we'll do that. Start making recipes for all of these. Yeah. So I want a whole bunch of you and a bunch of 4K fluid thingies. I'll probably treat myself to a cake There's this chocolate cake at HEB I've been eyeing. Maybe I'll do that too. Treat myself to a cake. Hell yeah. I also got a Friday off, so I'll probably be able to stream an extra day on Thursday, by the way, to make up for lost time on Saturday. So, but yeah, just keep an eye on it. I'm still thinking about it, though. So what kind of laser hatch am I going to give it? Good question. We have 4096s. So let's just do a 4096. Yeah. And we'll need like a some mirrors. I would like 4 of them. That's gonna take a while to craft though, because I should really craft chromatic glass. I mean, what I can also do
have a slice of cake on us
move
burning
the
fire
transformers over
emoji.
here, at least for this. Oh, thank you for the bits. Oh, I appreciate that, Phoenix. Thank you. But you're a week too early. I'm sorry. I don't want to sound unappreciative. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. I like how you said slice of cake. Now I'm going to use that to buy the entire cake. I'll share it. Whatever I decide to buy. So output hatch. I'm just going to go ahead and make all of them. Those guys. I'm going to try to do this from now on. But I think there's a bug that if you break it. No, the bug is if you repaint it, it like resets the data. Something like that. So I'm not going to do that. So is there a goal? I don't even know about a goal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Count along with burning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're almost there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How tall is this multi-block? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. That's a lot of outputs. And then all of the inputs are going to be on the bottom. Let's get some qubits to surround this. So I'm going to try to learn world edit here. I want to be able to do that and then go on the other corner. And then I should be able to do like a border. Hang on. Is there like no border command? Or is it like there's a command for a world edit. Let's figure this out. World edit. I'm looking up online. I think it's walls command. Okay, so I can do /walls and yeah. There it is. I figured it out. So it's the walls command. And then I can come down here and delete all of this filler stuff. Because whenever I put the qubit border, I manually break all of the blocks and then I manually place them, and we're not cavemen. Nuh-uh. Okay, so that's a lot of connections. This is at least... I mean, I should be able to put a dense cable up there, right? Can I put dense cables on these guys? Yes, I can. Okay, so I can just connect the dense cable all the way up there. I should have dense black, actually. I do have enough channels, right? I always have to check how many channels I have. I'm fine. Okay, we're out of black cables. Facade. There we go. Okay, so next up is to give it like a stocking input bus. I didn't craft more. I thought I crafted more. That's okay. So what I'm trying to do is do this recipe, this monstrosity of a recipe. And yeah, I'm going to void the item. Should I? Or do I put an output bus? I'm going to put an output bus because I'm going to have more recipes in here that do have items that we want to keep. So you're getting an output bus. Okay, so let me bring the connections over here. There we go. Then connect you right there, paint you black. And this is going to be weird, but we'll connect everything down a line like that as I need them. So you're going to have an output bus. I already have one. You're going to need a stocking fluid hatch. And I think that's all you really need on the bottom, right? For example, this recipe here is stocking input and then item output. And then all of the fluids are up top. So I just need these two. So we'll give this a output bus and a stocking input. Give those two like that. And there we go. And then the actual power, we're going to go ahead and give it 4096 CPM. When using a hologram, I am not able to move my mouse inside the GUI. That's weird. Maybe blowing up your world kind of caused a bunch more bugs then. I don't know. Do I use a mirror? How did you add the no hash thing? Okay, so I'm gonna show you from scratch. So pretend there's nothing here. You just type in on key, GT underscore no hatch. You type it in, and then value 1. We'll use mirrors for this. I'm gonna craft 4 of them because I also want to power the oil cracker. I'm gonna be moving it over here at some point. So 4096 is how many amps in UHV? Let me get my calculator out. So 4096 amps divided by 4, that is 1024 UV amps divided by 4. 256 UHV amps divided by 4. 64 UEV amp. That's plenty. We'll do this. I'm going to pause this for a little bit. Energy injecting terminal. I just broke all my machines, by the way. Energy extracting terminal for multi-blocks. Right there. Something I kind of forgot about. I should really start adding machine controllers to everything, so that whenever I do modify this, they don't, die. So disable with redstone, and then give this like a big number. There we go. Then start copying. This stuff doesn't need it because you're a generator and you're connected to redstone logic. There we go. Okay, so we have these two lasers now. The laser vacuums and a bunch of these guys. Let's make another batch of you. And this is gonna take a while. I'm gonna cancel it, but no, I need to have this now actually, because I'm gonna be setting up the oil cracker next. This guy, but I want this connected to the new power system, so I'm gonna move it back, put it over here, and I want that guy to have a lot of power as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and move that power over here, just to reduce the number of vacuum pipes. Just put it in the first instance. So basically, right here, right there. Give this a target hatch. There we go. Whether or not it needs that much power doesn't concern me. We're rich power-wise. I have a lot of power and I should really make use of it. There we go. You're going to be cyan because you are ZPM power. There we go. Nice. So now you have power. And then I can go ahead and tell this to take in the Radox. So this is where it gets funny, because the amount of stuff that this is going to produce, that's a lot of fluids, and I don't really have a good way to store everything in here. So we're going to go down the list. We're going to have to go down the list and probably have a kind of storage for everything here. So ashes, I don't care about. We already have a storage for that. Diluted xenoxine is we're gonna have to deal with everything down there, right? Oh, it's so much stuff here. So I think what I'm gonna have is extra xenox. So this guy is gonna stop, right? And then once it gets to 64 million, it's going to stop producing, but I still want to store it somewhere else because of this. We're gonna have a lot of extra xenoxine. So I'll go ahead and make a pattern for this. I'm probably going to want a lot of these also. And I'm not really... It's kind of weird how we have our fluid stuff set up. So I'm just going to continue. So this guy is right there. And then excess xenoxine gets put right there. That gets voided, and then we store it over here. Then I put it over here in the drives. Okay, so we have xenoxine now accounted for. And I just need to put this back here. Yeah, so diluted xenoxine goes there. Then we need some space for light redox. So light redox is next. Yeah, light redox is next. Okay. Then we just keep going down the list until we get everything accounted for. So much things. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Thank you. Okay. Put that there, and then the light redox. There we go. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to avoid excess. Well, we might as well, right? Yeah. You never know. Okay. Okay, so I think everything to do with that is dealt with. So xenoxine is somewhere to go, and then light redox is somewhere to go. So that's how they really care about. So that one's done. Light redox has somewhere to go. So I'm not really going to continue with that. That's good to go. Super light redox is next. So we store this one next. It's going to be a lot of back and forth while I get this figured out. No. Super light redox. Lots of filtering. Okay. Super light redox is done. Fermented biomass. I don't think I really use this for anything, but I can also just, I mean, that's also a lot of other stuff. I'm just going to store it because I don't know what to do with it. Fermented biomass. Right there. This gets stored right there. Excess gets void. And then we want to actually put it in here. And then we put the storage right there. So that's done. And then a super heavy redox is next. So that is U. And just like before, we just put that here. And then put that here. And then put the cell over here. And then now we need another drive. All right, I do the sleep thing. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Okay, thank you, Allie. Take care. So don't forget to drink. Oh, thank you.
Don't forget to drink.
I was actually thirsty. I appreciate that. What did I just put in here? Super heavy redox. Okay. So super heavy redox is done, and then it's heavy redox is next. Super regular heavy redox right there. I like that word. It sounds cool. Redox. It's all kinds of shades of purple as well. That one's done. Creosote, we already have that. Water, who cares? Fermented bacterial sludge. I think I have that. No? Could have sworn I had that. No, I guess not. Okay, that's fine. put that there, and then no, you have to put it in the cells because it doesn't work otherwise. I hope they fix that soon. Okay, and then we have heavy oil. I know we have something for regular oil, yeah. So I don't have to do regular oil, but I have to do a heavy oil. That's just regular heavy oil over here. And then we put the cell over here. And there we go. Okay. So I believe everything is now accounted for, so I should be able to put the raw redox into here. You don't get used for anything else right now. And there we go. Make me a bunch of stuff. And then we just ate all of our raw redox. I may want to speed this up, actually. How much is it consuming? 6.9 per second. So it is doing what I expected to do. So I think I'm going to give that a UHV energy hatch. It should be able to keep up. Or at least not keep up. I don't want it to keep up. I want to have excess xenoxine. And this guy is confirmed we are producing a little more, but I think it just has to stabilize a little. Yeah, it just has to stabilize a little bit. Okay, but we are producing a good amount, so yeah, we can increase that. Crafting the energy hatch, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay, up next, we might have to set up this guy next. So to get molten redox polymer, we have to craft redox gas. I think this is where I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna keep doing this until we get redox gas. I want this one, and then from there we'll craft it into redox polymer. Yeah, because that's really all the redox gas is used for. Because I don't really want to set up passive fusion right now, so I won't. And this stuff I can craft on demand. So redox gas is what we're looking for. So to get this, I need cracked redox. And you only get this from super light redox. And to get this, you need light redox. But you also get it from a distillation. Oh, you also get it from there. Okay. Cracked redox, and then super light redox, because you can also get this from cracking as well, and we might want to do that. So if it's not used for anything else, then we might as well convert that. Yeah, so for all the light redox we collect, we can either use enriched aqueduct, but I don't care because we have this by the boatloads. And then heavy redox might be something we hoard. Yeah, we want to hoard this because it's used for aqueduct fuel at some point. So don't turn it. So I want to do this recipe. So we turn light and super light. And then we hoard heavy and very heavy. Because I believe very heavy is also... Or super heavy, sorry. Yeah, super heavy is also used in the DTPF. But you also get a little bit of heavy redox here. Actually, it's about the same. I'm going to hoard both of it. Okay, so we do want to move this guy. I don't think this is connected to anything, right? No, it's not connected to anything. Nah, so I'm gonna rip it apart again for like the 5th time, I think. Yeah, I've torn this thing down like several times. And it's all of our favorite Minecraft pastimes, just breaking blocks endlessly, and it makes such a cool noise. Why did I just unlock that now? Okay, so the Mega Oil Cracker, this guy is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out. Right? Yes. Yes, okay. So I want, oh, oops, that guy should go there. And yes, okay. So I think I want to get it looking, build it a certain way. So the Mega Oil Cracker, I should be able to set the channels here. So glass is, I want this to be iridium, unless it doesn't let me. Yeah, UV tier glass required for Tech laser hatches. Okay, so I need to give this UV glass because I do want to use lasers. So UV glass, and then your coils, I'm going to stick to HSSG, because I think that's like the maximum power discount you can get. So the amount of glass I'm going to need is 196. 150 more. I'm really burning through my osmium, right? I know Jericho called it earlier. I'm gonna have issues with osmium soon, but hopefully I can like survive until we get the quantum force transformer. It's bound to happen, right? Okay, so what we also need to do, I need to passive silver plasma. So I'm gonna have, well, molten arsenic, molten gold is not bad. Yeah, I need to have a fusion reactor over here, making me nonstop silver plasma. And this is a Mark III recipe, so I'm gonna have to, I do want to bulk this, right? I'm just gonna bulk it, honestly. I don't care. It's gonna run forever. And you know what? I can even make a plasma turbine for this for like a little bit of power, right? All right, so we need to make a fusion Mark III. Another one. Another one. I can, it's not that expensive, what the heck. But it's these casings that are expensive. So we need a bunch of fusion coils. 32 of you. This man is going to be expensive. There's nothing I can do about it. 108 of you. I'm not going to complain why I have those on. Oh, that's actually cheap. But you're also going to need 16 energy hatches. You don't really need that much, but I'm going to give it to you anyways. But yeah, we're going to have a fusion reactor that runs nonstop, producing me silver plasma because I need this stuff for oil cracking. Okay. And still waiting on the glass to finish up. That's crafting right now, actually. Everything else is being worked on as well. And we do have the mirrors finished up, yes. So I'm going to need more of those lasers. We'll stick with 4096. We might as well. I need one of each. Oops. Oh, I'm out of crafting space? What the heck? It's like the first time I've seen that happen in a while. That's funny. It's because of these two. It keeps trying to craft all my bastnasite stuff, but I've shut this down a long time ago, and I haven't dealt with it, so it's been stuck forever. But I'm not gonna worry about it. Because I broke the machines a while back, but the recipes are still trying to process. I'm flocculating. I will always laugh at this piece of paper. Because we have a level maintained flocculated water setup. And so that it doesn't craft too much polyaluminum chloride and it doesn't mess up the recipe. We have it locked behind a single piece of paper that says I'm flocculating. So it tells my system you can't craft another batch. And so we don't go over the 1 million. What is? I love the name. It just sounds funny. Okay, the glass finished at least. So I should be able to build this now. No, forgot. GT, no. There we go. Get out of there. Put all my stuff away. I got too much stuff on me. There we go. Okay. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, so you're going to need 2 stocking input hatches. One for the plasma and one for the whatever. You're also going to need a circuit, and you're going to be circuit 24. I might be able to give this an input bus with multiple circuits in case I do need that. I feel like I will, honestly, so we'll do that. I don't know if it's going to work with an input bus. Oh my word. What happened? Input bus optional for program circuit automation. Okay, hint block. It can be anywhere. I'm just going to put it right next to it. You can middle click recipes to adjust them manually. What do you mean? You didn't know that? I'm sorry, but yes, you can do that. Oh, that's funny. There's so many buttons here that I don't understand, so it's okay. I understand that you might not know everything. There's like I don't even know what this is. Like what is this? And then who cares? I don't even know what this is. I'm just kind of scared to mess with it. Let me get my wood axe. So I want to do. So this makes it weird because it's gonna break something. So I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna do it manually. That's really funny though. I don't know if I'll ever figure out what those extra buttons do. They're probably like super useful and I just don't use them. That seems to be like very common. where I don't use some of the very, very useful stuff. Okay. This guy's built. We have the 2 stocking input hatches. One of them goes up here. And then the other one goes over here. We're waiting for the other one to craft. Alright, I'll wait for it then. And then I imagine the output bus is on the other side, or the output hatch. Put that guy over here. Right there. You're not going to build? Is that one not what you want? Maybe it's because that is open. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay. Okay, I think the 4096s or the laser hatches are done. No, you guys are still crafting. Oh, you're waiting for a lot of things. Is anyone else crafting those CPM sensors? Because you might not need to. No, doesn't look like it. I'm going to cancel you. Cancel you as well. This guy's almost done, so I'll just leave that running. Okay. Okay. I did make the UHV energy hatch, right? I can at least speed up that coke oven just a little bit, see what it does.
Name something to Chronosaurus Wand, your choice.
Rename this to Chronosaurus Wand, your choice. Hey, Sniffity. I don't even have to look at who's typing to know who that is. Yeah, I have all of the redeems to be text to speech. There we go. Now this is just a little bit faster. And it yeah, I guess we'll just leave it running for now. Rename something to Chronosaurus Wand. Thing is, a lot of my stuff is like named already. And things like this change their name, so it doesn't really work. No. I'm gonna name something. Let's do the world edit axe. I use this for world edit. So yes, I use it a lot. Where's my enchanting setup? It's over here. Yes, it's just a wood axe, but I use it for world edit, so it is important. 6, 7 levels, really. And I'm just going to copy paste what you said so that if there's any typos, that's on you. Now, I don't know if it actually works with word edit. It does. There's no way I'm going to be able to spell that. Okay, it does keep its data, so I'll leave it right there. That's good. I was just curious about that. Because some of the things, like the spray can, for example, someone named it fart spray, but every time I change the color, its name changes, so it deletes the name. So I had to name something else. Probably my favorite rename so far. And I don't know, it's just funny. It's my pants code brown. I love this one. I find it so funny. Call it childish, but it's just funny. How do you not laugh at that? Their lasers are finishing up. This man is gonna take forever because you just are just gonna take forever. This guy's taking forever as well. Something is stuck here, and I think it's I honestly don't know why you're stuck. QPIC wafers. That's probably what it is. This guy is a laser engraver, right? Yeah. Is it time for me to update this to like ridiculous levels? I probably could, but I don't know. So many things to upgrade. Look how big our base is. Jeez, there's so much stuff here. Okay. So we are able to craft the fusion controller. We're just going to have to wait for other things to finish up. I am waiting for the lasers. I might have a bigger laser. I can probably use the 256 and then I'm just going to use the 256 ones, honestly, because these are going to take a while. And, oh well, hang on. So the 4096s divided by 4 is 1024, so that's not as much. And oil crackers themselves are already pretty quick, right? 25 seconds. Nah, we'll commit to the 4096. Yeah, we'll commit to it. I do want to craft it. Fine. Give me. It's just gotta craft bioprocessing units, which of course is just more ass line. Lots of circuits as well. I don't want to wait for this. So yeah, we're just gonna use this for now. 256 amp laser hatches. Laser source, laser target. Yeah, let's do it. I'm looking for laser source first. Oh, shush. I know you're out of power. Chill. Laser source hatch. Then get the laser vacuum mirrors and get one of you. Oh, you only need one. Duh. But this guy would go all the way with me. You're powered, right? Yes. All the way to the oil cracker. Right here. Give you that, and then the mirror. So I can go up. Yes. And then you get connected right there. Laser target hatch. So it's a little slower than the distillation tower, but I don't really mind. Right there. Okay. And paint it green. You're connected, right? Yes. Okay. So now that guy has power. No? Oh no, don't tell me the power has to go a certain place. Hang on. It says hint blocks. So chances are yes. Yeah, it doesn't like it. Hint general mandatory air. You might only accept on the front, maybe. Yeah, it might only accept on the front. Let's try this. Let's try this. If I put it in the very corner, maybe. doesn't like it. Put you there. It's okay with it. Okay, so it does not want to be on either side. It has to be on the center. Basically, anything here in the center, I think, would work. Yeah, that's what it is. What about here on this little corner? Just trying to learn about how this works, because sometimes they're a little bit weird with how they want to be set up. That doesn't work. Okay, so it's anything on this face. So I can put it here. It's a good thing I made extra mirrors, because I'm going to need extra mirrors to bring that over here. Well, no, I could just bring the power on this wire right there, right? Yeah, I can do that. Let's do that. So let's power this off. And put the laser source hatch energy extracting terminal right there. And that's the dynamo hatch, don't touch that. And how about there? Okay, so we'll go come off of here, and then we can we don't have to use as many bends. I would like to preserve as many of those mirrors as possible because they're kind of expensive. These guys, yeah, they're a little pricey. And I just got an achievement by accident. Love to see it. And let's go. So I'm going to put the target hatch in a certain spot first before I do anything. Right there. Oh no. I'm one block off, aren't I? Yeah, I am. Well, I don't know, maybe you'll work to the left. Right here, maybe? Maybe as long as you're in just the center area in the first place, you're fine. No, it doesn't like it. It's gotta be on the edge. Fine. We have enough mirrors to do this anyways. It's okay. It's gonna look ugly, but nah, that's fine. Fine. We need 2 mirrors for this. So right there. And 1, 2. So go like that and go up. Yeah, because I can't plug it there for whatever reason. So there we go. I'm assuming this works. It does work, okay. There we go, that works. Okay, that guy's powered, and I can give this a machine controller. Make sure that it stays on. And I think I have this still set to whatever the settings that has, right? Yes. Okay. Bye. Next up is probably crafting the silver plasma. So, oh, I just finished. So, fusion control computer Mark III. We need 16 energy hatches. I don't know how long this is going to take. We have 1, so I need 15 of you. Maybe not too long, because it doesn't need any expensive crafts. Yeah, we have all the circuits ready for it. And then we have basically all of you. No, craft that next. And then you are complete, right? Yes. All right, so I'm going to put it right next to it. And this guy is a little bit of a weird setup. So you are how wide? 15. So 8 in the middle, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But the controller is like not there. So you have to move up twice and then back twice from here. So up twice, back twice. And there you go. Yeah, that looks fine. Okay. Then I can use the newly named Chronosaurus wand to border it. So from the corner, it's 1, 2, 3. From the corner. Wait, which corner? Oh, hang on. I can probably like estimate it. From this one, so it'll be 1, 2, 3. Is that even? I don't know. Where's my measuring tape? I have it somewhere. It's always right there. I always lose it. 17. 15. Okay. So from here to here is too long. So I can do that. And there we go. 16 too long. Right there. So if I do this, welcome back, Ellie. You didn't sleep. I can also just do it like that. Yeah. So you want to be right there. And then you want to be right here. That's what the issue was. And you want to be over here. I got this all wrong. There we go. Okay. Walls. Walls. And. There we go. Guilty? Why would you feel guilty? Okay. And then we have, okay, we're still crafting these guys, and it's probably going to take forever because we just craft this stuff really slowly. So for example, all of this stuff, we need to speed this up. I will speed it up. Oh, that's fast. You're not, though. Is that really the only way I can craft them? Yep. So circuit 2. $32 of you. So 32 minus 4. All right, these guys might take a little bit to craft. I mean, we might be able to just save on resources by crafting the UHV wires instead, right? Because we're still using LUV parts. Yeah. This is really feeling like a corridor, or like a hallway because of the big megas we have here. I like that. So over time, we're going to be crafting the Radox stuff. How much do I have, actually? This is very little, but... 5,000 to make a craft or make a batch, and then I have to like crack it. Then we get the redox gas, and this is what we want to store. So I might as well start storing this. Yeah, I'm going to store this. Put that over here. Redox gas. No, okay, that's an issue. I don't know how to store it. Yeah, that's a little bit of an issue because if it doesn't have a cell, then it's just going to pile up forever. So I might be able to store it. Controls if the contents of the configuration pane are cleared. I don't actually know how this works. Contents of the configuration pane are cleared when you remove the cell. Oh, I don't know. Are you sure there's like no cell for this? I'm curious. What if I get a drop? It might work with the drop. So let's say dimethyl benzene, for example. We have 5.4 billion of this stuff. So if I put it here and do that. Okay, drops work as well. So I just need a drop of this then. I'll wait for us to get the oil cracker going for that. Okay, so this might be a good time for us to call it the episode because, yeah, this is going to take a little bit. And, you know, might be a little bit before we can get this going, but we're still making good progress. So I will be likely streaming on Thursday because I have Friday off. So keep an eye out there. But I'm going to try to do a little bit of work off camera. I might even set up the reactor to make silver plasma and then get the oil cracker set up just to finish what we were doing today. Because pretty much crafting these coil blocks is a waiting game. And I feel like it'll take like another 30 minutes or so to finish. So I'll probably check that tomorrow or something. And then set up all of these recipes to hopefully get redox polymer going. And I'm not going to automate or passive oxygen or titanium plasma. We're going to make this on request. But the redox gas is what we'll store infinitely. And then what I'll also do overnight is craft the nanoforge. This man is expensive and like, oh, oops. Yeah, this guy's pretty expensive. And there's no way we're going to finish it today. But we need to get the nanoforge going so that we can make our nanite clusters. And we're going to have to upgrade this thing to, I don't know, tier 1 works, but yeah, it's going to be kind of expensive. UU matter is also going to be used. I think we have that, right? We have 467 million. We're okay. Let me just double check if we have all the casings. Yeah, we have everything. We just need the controller. So craft all of that overnight. And I'll check on it tomorrow and then maybe set it up. Or maybe I'll set up the nanoforge next episode. But once we get the nanoforge, we can make the nanite clusters because we need that stuff. And then we should be able to make everything for the mothership and finally get to tier 9 planets. And I'll also be crafting this in pieces overnight because it needs a lot of UHV stuff. Lots of circuits. So I'll probably do that off camera as well. I'm trying to do that more often so that I don't like get caught unprepared during the streams because stuff gets expensive and I have to do all of the big crafts throughout the week. I'm trying to do that, do more active off camera stuff. And so far it's been going pretty well, I think. But okay. We'll leave it here for tonight. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. So for now, I appreciate your time and support, and I'll see you guys hopefully on Thursday. So I'll be streaming again on Thursday. Have a good night. Take care. Thank you. And bye-bye.